Hi friend, it's Amy with Renewing Stitches. How are you? It is good to be here sharing cross stitch with you today. It's a little later post than I'm usually doing. We had dentist appointments this morning, so and then lunch and then getting prepped for video. So here I am, and I'm glad to see you. Thank you for sharing your time with me. Welcome new subscribers and new watchers. Thank you for just taking a chance on me, and fellow fellow friends. Thank you for subscribing and commenting. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. But I do appreciate you. Thank you for everything. You guys are pretty special. This week has been a full week. It's been, I'm still packed. Well, okay, so we're still packing. For those that are new, and if you missed it, a couple weeks ago I had said we were going to be packing up and moving closer to my parents. We're building a house over there, and it's not, I mean, it's like 30 minutes away, but it's still packing and purging, and I'm sitting here looking, see, I've moved some stuff around. Yeah, it needed to be done. I have my closet over here is the school closet / craft closet, and I went through a good bit of that this last week and packed up several boxes and tubs and have them over there. We moved it over there along with more dishes and things, and small appliances that we're not using right now, like the dehydrator and things like that. So anyway, things are going good there. We have drywall up, and it's muddy. It's been raining. I think we probably have 1.5 inches so far. So no, probably won't be digging the line for the water or the septic anytime this week, and probably not next. I think it's going to be raining here off and on for the next couple of weeks. But house stuff is good. Family's good. It's good. I'm just not have not stitched as much as I'd like, but that's okay. And I haven't watched as much Flosstube as I would like, but that's okay too. I'm thankful for both and either. So I'm really glad to be here with y'all right now. I have one new start to share, and 5 whips. And then of course plans are just plans, right? This is what I'd like to start on, work on, but if it doesn't happen, it's okay, because it's a hobby, and yeah, it's a hobby. So, and we love it, don't we? Okay, first off is the new start. Now I am doing WIPGO. WIPGO is a bingo made out of whips. A bingo board made out of whips. Originally, and it's from Jessie Marie Does Stuff. I will link her below. Watch her videos. She's pretty cool. WIPGO was her idea several years ago, and it's make it your own. It could be a new start go. It could be a start and finish go. It could be a get some things done crafty wise, like organize your, it could be a chore go, not a chore go, because that would make it not fun, but a to-do list go. Anyway, mine this year is going to be ornaments, and I have started 2 sets of ornaments. One is from Melissa's blogspot blog at Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting blogspot. I have her linked below if you want to go see. She's got many freebie patterns, and not just Christmas. Lots of salt box houses, lots of samplers, lots of cute little smalls, lots. And so I picked 25 small Christmas things to make into ornaments. That's not what I started. The second set is from this, whipped me in the face, this pattern. This is Crocette Gogo's 2020 advent calendar, and these are a little more stitch heavy, so it's it's definitely a challenge. That's the word. I have finished the gingerbread house and the tree. That was last month. This month it's is it a bauble? It's an ornament, and the angel underneath, 7 and 8. And so I've started on the bauble. Now I'm doing the Ornament-go, WIPGO, with several friends. Amy M. Amy M Makes is her Flosstube channel. Also, Karen of the Stitching Owl, and Sarah from Rocking Chair Stitcher is also joining us on making ornaments. So, where's my board? This is what I've gotten so far on number 7. I'm stitching it on 14 count vintage taupe from Hobby Lobby, and just using DMC. This is my start. This is part of the top of these two are the red stripes that go down. You have to get close right here, the red stripes. And then there's a little bit of greenery up here, and I've got these little berries done. So this needs white, and of course the other frame. And then I'll have the big ornament in the middle. And that's number 7. Here's number 11 and number 20. So I put 6 on here, I think. And I do want to have these finished by Christmas. Fully finished, most of them. I probably won't have December's fully finished, but maybe. I don't know. If I can get a head start. Boy, that last one, this one, 25, whenever she calls, that's going to be quite a bit. So, and I haven't started it yet. My thought was to go ahead and start it early, to get a head start on it, but I don't know. But my thought is to have most of these finished and fully finished so they can be on the tree whenever we pull all the ornaments out. Let's see. Bauble, WIPGO, ornament, friends that I'm stitching with. Check. All right, now we're going into WIPs. I also pulled out a Heritage sampler from Plum Street. I have done that part, and so I'm down here on this side. I'm stitching it on, I really probably should turn that around, 40 count Country Mocha Newcastle linen, and it is 1/2, and it's beauteous, new made up word, beautiful, fabulous altogether. So last time I had it out, I had all this done, and I was working on, and I had the flagpole almost stitched. My thought was to come up and anchor and go up and get this. So that's what I did. I finished out the flagpole, and then I did a little bit of the over one down here. This is part of the word liberating, and I have ATIN and part of the G. That was a small piece of thread that I went ahead and just used. I'm going to have to do that a little bit at a time. Over 1 on 40 with a full cross is it's a good challenge. Good for my eyes. Anyway, so I finished that, and then I counted up and went across, and this matched, and so I went ahead and started that, and then I ran out of that thread, and I pulled, this is what's on my needle now. Wanted to go ahead and bring this down and kind of fill that in, and maybe finish out this line. It'll say liberating, and then the stripe. Yes. And then the flag. The flag is also over 1. So over 1's down there, and that's okay. I enjoy it. I just, going from a 14 count or a 22 count, I don't know which one I had before. I worked on this, but it was an adjustment. And then I got used to it again and then was, doing pretty good. So anyway, that's my thought. Go ahead and pull this down and then fill in the flowers. Fill in the urn. The urn will be good. Good stitching for doctor's offices and lessons and Zooming and all that fun, something that you need that doesn't require a lot of counting. So that's that. And then, let's see, did I have anything on that one for? No, okay. Also, I have 2 of these that are for I Spy. So the I Spy prompt for this one, yes, this is, I Spy is from Laura Stitching by the Shore. Hi, friend. You go to her Facebook page or her community tab from her Flosstube channel, and you'll see she's written out prompts, 10 prompts for each month. Not ahead of time. I mean, there's February, but she doesn't have the rest of the year out there right now. But each month she'll release the prompts. And so this prompt was something that comes up from the ground. And I used it on Hannah Green, 1826. This is from Hands Across the Sea, and flowers come up from the ground. I did this lovely blue flower here, and I started on the carnation over here. So that's where I am. I'm stitching this with Emily Williams. She has divided it up into 14 sections. I'm not sure I'll be able to. So the thought is that, 1826, Hannah finished this in, I want to say March. Yes, March 1st of 1826. So Emily divided it up into 14 sections for us to be finished on March 1st of 2026. So that would be 200 years to the day after she finished this, which is lovely, and that is still my goal. But I need to be spending more time on this. It's beautiful. I am stitching it on a 40 count cream Newcastle linen 1/2, using all the DMC. And I love this fabric. It's like a buttery yellow. So pretty. Let me move my floss. This is where I am. Last time you saw, I had, I can get it folded. It's a lot because I'm not sure how big it's going to be, so I just left it all. I haven't cut it off yet. Okay, last time you saw, I was going over here. I had this little green stem done, and I had some of this. So in the border, there are 4 colors. I don't know if you can see that. There are 4 colors. There's 2 greens and 2 yellows. So I finished up, so everything, I did finish that. Yay, me. Hot dog. Okay. Yay, so this whole corner is, well, it's not done yet because there are still little ones here, but this whole corner's done. That's good. I thought I had to finish the yellow, but I don't. So the lightest yellow, I thought I needed to finish that, but I didn't. And I put in this. I didn't remember finishing that, but I did. Yay! It was late. But I love the carnations. I really wanted to get to this blue flower, blue and red flower, so I did. Got to that. It does have 2 smaller ones here. And I don't know if I'm going to do those all the way around. See, every one of them has it. I may just let them hang out for a little bit and see if I want to add those around the blue ones every time. It looks kind of crowded, but it's beautiful. I mean, it is so pretty, and I wish you could see the yellowy. I mean, it is like a buttercream. This one is called for. I can't remember what was called for. Overdyed tabby cat linen in the shade Just the Ticket. That's what was called for, Just the Ticket from Tabby Cat. So this is just a cream Newcastle, and it's really, really pretty. So for January, there's supposed to be a flower and an urn right here. I am ahead on the, oh no, maybe I'm not. Oh wait, am I doing it right? Yes. So there's a blue flower here, and then there's an urn that goes right here with a flowers, and that's where the end of January ends, right here. And then February's down here. So I want to get a good bit done. I'm behind on quite a bit, but that's okay. It's a joy to stitch on. All of these are really. I mean, heritage, love the ornaments. I'll show you the other things. They're all lovely too. It's so pretty. Anyway, so pretty. So thankful that Emily brought that one to our attention. All right. That was I Spy Prompt, something that comes up from the ground, which is the flower. And this is the other one, which is a really fast stitch. This is Elizabeth Bennet. It's a freebie from Twin Peak Primitives. This year is the 250th birthday of Jane Austen. Her birthday's in December, I believe. And that fell out. I have been listening to a podcast, which I'll share with you in a second. I've been listening to a podcast called Jane Austen Year, and it is releasing just one episode a month for the year, and it is being recorded in her home, and they talk about items in her home and talk about some things that were in her books that are related seasonally. So that's been really neat. I'll just go ahead and show you a picture of the podcast. If you're interested, it's called A Jane Austen Year, and it looks like this on iTunes. No, what is it? Podcast on the Apple Podcast. It looks like that. Jane Austen Year is kind of green, but there's a book that's going to be released. It's not released yet. In March. It'll be released in March. But it's been really neat. I am enjoying that. I'm listening to Sense and Sensibility right now. And listening to it, a British reader read it is just, it's so good. Anyway, back to the stitching. Elizabeth Bennet, right here. I am just doing this portion, like right where that pencil line is. I'm just going to do that up and put it in a hoop when it's done. This is on a 28 count. I don't know. Did I have it written down? It's a 28 count. It may be a Bestitch Me. I need to go back and look. I will go back and look and have it ready because I want to have this finished by the end of the year and possibly another Jane Austen one. But that's where I am. I was over at my mom's for a little bit, and I have finished in. So the fill-in was, it was up to there, and so I finished filling in her face and the little bow, and then I started outlining. So I've gotten down to the book and the bookmark and over here, and I'll go down a little bit more and then come down around, and then I'll be ready. Actually, it won't go that far. It'll be the neighbor's playing with his dog. Isn't that lovely? It's a loud dog. Just do her back here, and then I'll fill it in. But this is 2/2 on a 28 count even weave. The color is a DMC. I just had it. There it is, 351. 28 count Jobelin from Bestitch Me. And the color is 351, and I did not bring, no, I didn't bring it. I have a piece of fabric that I want to use for the back that has these two colors in it. So, I don't know if you can see all the little, there we go, all the outline right there. I just did half stitches. I'll go back over whenever I fill it in. So, that's where that is. Very fun. Lots of people are having read-alongs. Well, Jane Austen July, and I mean that happens anyway, but this being the 250th birthday of Jane, lots of fun happenings. Anyway, if you're interested, go listen to that podcast. What else? So that was the really fast stitch. That was the prompt for a really fast stitch. 20 minutes. All right. I also worked on Martha's Sampler. This is from the Rocking Chair Stitcher. I'll link her below too. Her Etsy shop is Little Sissaboo, and it's not on the front. I think I looked last time. I'm up here on this wonderful section right there. It really is fun. I really enjoyed it. Sarah, Rocking Chair Stitcher, is down here. She's over here. She is stitching it in the colors that were charted that look like the sampler. This is a sampler of her husband's grandmother, and that her husband's grandmother did, and she got to chart it and share with us, and it's lovely. The color way is lovely too if you decide to go that way, but I'm stitching on 20 count vintage country mocha using a variegated DMC number 93, which is blue. Blues. Here's where I am. So last time you saw, I think last week I had it out. I was over here and I finished all the way, I think. Yes, maybe finished that. Or no, okay. I was coming over. That's it. And I got down and started back across. I don't know if you can see the lighter parts right in here. And this is fun. I thought this was going to be more thought than it is. Once you get going, it's really easy. I think this one took more thought than this one. Just how to put my stitches so that it would variegate nicely. I don't do a lot of variegated threads, but on this one, I just thought it'd be fun to do it. And then I have to think about how I want it to show. So it's been really good. So I'm excited. Now, next is, next is a border that has, and how wonderful that we now have access to all these borders. That's so cool. Let's see. This is the one I'm on, and this is the one that's next. It's got a box. And I'm thinking about doing like a specialty stitch on this one. I haven't done it so far, so maybe I'll do it, every, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3. No, it wouldn't be right because that's many. Maybe I'll just put 2 or 3 specialty stitches in this. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sarah. Whenever it was charted as embroidery, is that right? It was charted. She stitched it as embroidery, I think, right? And then, so there are specialty stitches, but Sarah charted as cross stitch. I think that's right. She'll correct us and set me straight. But I may do like a stitch here. Or not. I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyway, I'm excited to get down here, but that'll be soon. Up here, I'm enjoying the border stitches. So, and this is it again. So fun. So it's not very wide. I mean, on a 20, what did I say? A 20 count, like that. It will be longer though. That's how much length I have. It comes right, probably down here, I think. So that's fun, and I'm learning. I'm cutting my threads a little shorter, just being mindful of how the variegation's falling. So, all right, what else? Oh, okay, there's the last one. Temperature stitch. This is from Stitching Mommy. It's called Temperature Stitches, and these are all specialty stitches. This is fun. I have enjoyed this so much. Stitching Mommy, let's see. Up here. That's her Etsy shop. She also has a floss tube. I will link her below. Lovely, lovely lady. Sweet friend. And I'm doing this on a 28 count even weave. Just a white even weave. Yes, and I'm using the varied temperature range from a few patterns ago of hers. The varied temperature range on this pattern is a little different than the others. So I'm using the one from Temperature Typography. And I'm using AccuWeather for the temperatures. About a week at a time. I think that's all I have on my notes on the back. So this is the stitch. I've completed January last time and I've started on February. And it is fun. I and my friend, my in-person friend Debbie is doing this too. She lives, probably an hour maybe away from me. So her temperatures are going to vary a little bit from mine. So it's going to be neat to see. Let me get this needle out of the way so you don't see that behind it. It'll be neat to see how much different they'll be. So here we are. This time I did not do any of the herringbone. The herringbone is DMC 08, and this stitch is the Jessica stitch. The very first one, as in over here, this first several are not the best, but I'm leaving them in. The very first one here is not the best, but that's okay. I got the hang of it over here, and I'm good here. So, first part of February, I told you last week, was nice and seasonable. It was temperate and lovely. It was mid-70s. The highest we got was 82, and that was right here. And then that was Saturday? Maybe Friday. No, Saturday. And then Sunday, yeah, that's right, this is the 9th. Sunday, the high was 48. And today it will be about the same. So we were in the 70s, like mid-70s, and then 80, had a couple of days of 80 and 81, 82. And then we're in the 40s, which is fine. It's just fine. So this is the Queen stitch and the Jessica stitch. And this is over one. I told you that I did the Queen stitch, not over one. This is using one thread. I used 2 threads of DMC on my Queen stitch, but I'm only using one on the Jessica stitch. And they are so fun. They'll be fun flowers. Fun flowers. And Sarah puts in great instructions, and she has videos. You can watch her just do it, and then you'll get it. The first one, I thought, there's an easier way to do that. No. I mean, it does, but it doesn't roll right. It looks more, I thought I could do it like, there's like 3 squares turned, but it doesn't look the same. The correct way is doing it instead of doing the squares all at one time and turning, it's doing one piece and then going, it's like the spirograph, which is what Karen had mentioned, which is right. Growing up, there was the spirograph where you took a pencil and you went round and round and round and made these geometric shapes, and I loved that. This is just like that. So you would go up and then back and then up, and it makes this pretty shape. So that's what I worked on this week. And this is through Sunday the 9th. Yes, today's the 11th. Yesterday was the 10th. So that is all, and my table is empty for stitching. What else was I going to share with you? This next weekend I'm going to post a flip through of cross stitch and needlework, April of 1999. This will be the next extra. This is really fun. It's got some lovely things in here. Let me see if I can find one real quick. Oh, yes. Look at that. Beautiful. Camellia. And this lovely stitch on the front, too. There's one in here that looks like a Paula Vaughn. It is just beautiful stitching from 99. And if you're like me, you think, well, 1999 was just a few years ago. Well, no, it was not. It was 26 years ago. Yes. Let's take a drink for that. It was not a few years ago. How fast it goes. Anyway, so I'm flipping through that. I'm going to post that. And then things that I'm going to work on this week. I'm going to go ahead and start number 8, which is the angel. I'm going to go ahead and do the frame for that and get that started. And that way I can use the same colors. If it's on one side, one ornament on the Crocette Go-Go is the one I'm talking about. If it's on one ornament, and I can use it on the other one if it's called for at that time. And then I need to start the 2 from Pinker and Pumpkin. So I have 2 new starts there. And then also I'm going to start this on Valentine's. If I have all the stuff in it. Sarah has all the stuff. We're hoping to start on Valentine's. We both have this Norman Rockwell pamphlet from, I don't know, when is it from, Sarah? Let's see. I don't know if it says. Well, I'll find it between now and then, maybe. But we were talking about old patterns, and I wanted to see if she had anything that I had, and so we could stitch something else together. And it doesn't say. I'm sure it's 80 something or other. But we both have this one, and we're both going to stitch this one. Starting on Valentine's. It should end up, let's see, on a 14 count, it'll be 8 1/4 by 8 7/8 inches. These are the other charts listed or charted in here. So sweet. It's called Young Love Series, adapted from the 4 Seasons Illustrations by Norman Rockwell. So we're going to start that hopefully this weekend. If not, soon. I gotta see if we have all the things for it. What else? I sent off my ATC, which I showed you last time. So I have 5 starts planned, and then whatever is calling. I do have, on the very top here, I have my full coverage, the quick stitch, Stitch in Time from Amy Stewart, charted by Haid. I have that one out. Also have Winter Rose Manor, which I just want to finish. I think it's lovely, and I just need more time. Don't we all? All right, well, I will let you go so you have more time with other Flosstube friends. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Happy stitching, friends, and I'll see you in the comments. Let me know what you're stitching on. Oh, real quick, thank you for your comments. I had questions about doing the hoop. I stitch with a hoop, putting the hoop over the specialty stitches on the temperature stitch. And several comments said that it should be fine and should just iron right out. I'm using DMC. It's color fast and it's on a white even weave. So if I do wash it, I can get one of those little color things to catch any of the bleeding, if there is any of the bleeding color. But DMC should be color fast enough where it won't do that. And then put an iron on it, and it should just be fine. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I thought about stitching in hand, and I even tried stitching in hand that first Jessica stitch, and it was okay. It just puckered a little bit. So I think I'm going to stick with a hoop, and I may practice just on regular X's, just stitching in hand. I may do that. I may stitch in hand the the ornaments from Melissa Pinker and Pumpkin, because that's on a 14 count and I can practice with an in hand and maybe how my tension's going. So, but thank you for your comments on that. I really appreciate it. I just didn't know what to do. Oh, a Q-snap was also another suggestion, which is a great idea. So we'll have to get one. But then you gotta hold it or have a clamp to hold it. So I've got to figure that out. But anyway, thank you for your suggestions. Thank you for your comments and your encouragement, continual encouragement. I appreciate you all. Have a lovely week, and I will see you next week, Lord willing. Bye, friend.